So last Sunday was Easter, and it was our church's first week in our new building, and it was awesome. We had like a choir with over 30 people in it. And this big band, and we made these big resurrection ruckuses. We had cake instead of communion. We dropped balloons. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. I was so excited to have Easter behind me, but wait a minute, Easter is 50 days? It's true. Eastertide is the name of the season, and it's 50 days from Easter until Pentecost Sunday. And during this time, the church has historically had feasts and celebrations and Ascension Thursday, all sorts of stuff. But the point is, it is a full season of the calendar. Every Sunday is supposed to be a little Resurrection Sunday, and we are supposed to be on guard, looking around for every little sign we can find of resurrection. Our culture is really quick to move on from events. I remember when I was a kid and I would like mark my years by what video games were coming out next. And then I feel like our whole society has kind of embraced this. Think about just the last few months. You've got Star Wars and A Wrinkle in Time and Black Panther and the new Avengers movie, and they want us to look forward to each event, and then as soon as that event is over, move on quickly to the next one. And this is designed to help us buy more stuff. It's a consumeristic impulse, and that's why Easter as a season strikes me as such a powerful idea. It gives us a chance to sit in something for longer than a moment, to marinate in it for a whole stretch of 50 days. That's right. Our speed of life is to make us better consumers, but Jesus invites us not to rush ahead from event to event to event, but to sit and be attentive in a season. Marinating in resurrection is very different from just being like blindly victorious. This isn't saying like, we've won and there's no more need to be sad ever. It's more like understanding that death might speak, but it doesn't get the last word. That the resurrection account is of Jesus defeating death, stripping it, neutering it, overcoming it. Where now, death, is your victory? Where is your sting? But when Jesus resurrects, he still bears the marks of crucifixion. It isn't a victory in the way that we think of victory. It's a victory through suffering. It's the kind of victory that should give us courage. Courage to confront injustice and evil in our own world. Courage to do what's right, even if it's going to cost us, because we believe that our Lord has overcome death, and so we have nothing to be afraid of. So what does it practically look like to celebrate resurrection for 50 days? I don't know. Maybe you celebrate more at church, maybe there's tambourines, I have no idea. That's kind of what I was hoping you all would help me with. I know we've got to do Ascension Thursday, but there's these other 49 days, and I'm not sure how you make it special. So if you're part of a community that does things for Eastertide, or you've got your own practices, just post it below. I'd love to read what you are doing, and maybe we can brainstorm together so I'm a better pastor. One thing I do think we could do is look for resurrection everywhere for the next 50 days. When we're reading the news, to pray life over all the death that's in the news. When you feel death about your body or your community, pray life over it. When people are speaking words of death, like gossip and slander, you cut it off with life. If you're looking at your friends and envy and comparison is making you see bad death in them, instead try to see the places of life in them. If you're suffering or called to sacrifice in some particular area of life, don't be afraid. We believe that Jesus is Lord over death. In all things, for the next 50 days, lean towards life. Marinate in it. See what happens. The reason we're shooting inside of antique stores, by the way, is because they are a perfect illustration of because we already had a date planned and I just had to shoot it while we were out. See you next Wednesday. Who's that?
Mama.
That's not Mama. Who's that?
Dada.
Yeah, that's Dada. And who's this?
Mama.
No, it's Clementine. Say, are you tired? Want to have a nap? Want to have a nap right now?
No.
No. You say resurrection? It's pretty good.